Fellow animated widowers, today we are here to commemorate the deaths of our husbands.
I can assure you I'm no widower to a husband.
Then why are you here?
I'm here in relation to the death of Snow White and her prince. It was a case of diarrhea that had wiped them off the map. Snow had it before she took a bite out of that apple the evil queen gave her. And I'm guessing being concealed in a glass box really builds, because Mr. Prince died just 2 hours after kissing her awake. I guess the evil queen gave that same apple to another stupid princess, no offense, who must have had diarrhea too. That way, when Snow bit into the apple, the virus must have passed on to her, and when the couple lip-locked, bacteria transferred, killing them instantly.
Okay, well that's just dreadful. What about you, Belle? How are you holding up with Adam's recent death?
I'm not going to lie, it's been really hard. Even the teacups haven't come out of the cupboard.
If you don't mind me asking, how did Adam die, Belle?
It was a case of intermittent explosive disorder. It's a behavioral disorder that is categorized by uncontrollable anger and rage that is disproportionate to the situation. At first I just thought it was a beast thing. After all, he was the beast. But after I brought out sushi instead of the creme brulee, he went crazy and broke all the dishes, a few of the teacups, and threw the table across the room. Later that day, I dropped my pen on the floor, and Adam went insane, shattering all the windows and threatening to go murder my father. It wasn't like him at all, so I just thought I'd let him sleep it out. I checked on him in the morning. When the morning came, he was dead. The anger building up caused him to have a heart attack.
Belle, we're sorry for your loss. We don't mean to be rude, but you need to leave.
What? Why?
Belle, no offense, but this group swears against pathogens and only pathogens.
Pathogens?
Pathogen, a biological agent that causes infectious diseases like bacteria and viruses. Concerning bacteria, once infected, it goes into the cells which continuously reproduce. Bacteria produce toxins which are poisonous and damage the cells in your body. Examples of this are pneumonia and sleeping sickness. With viruses, they cause cells to burst due to continuous reproduction of infections. The bursting of the cells causes more viruses to travel around the body, affecting more cells and damaging body tissues like malaria or leprosy.
What, you want me to make sure that the next person I love dies of a pathogen?
Don't worry about it, Belle. You can still stay here. I know you need some comfort right now. I couldn't be on my own after I lost him to rabies. After he cut his hand trying to help us escape from the underwater cave, Pascal licked him, as usual. What we didn't know was that Pascal had rabies. Rabies is a serious infectious disease of the nervous system. A person can get rabies after being bitten or scratched by an animal that carries the rabies virus. An animal infected with rabies carries the virus in its saliva. So if its saliva gets into an open wound, the virus can find its way into the person's body. Poor Pascal, he's devastated with guilt. And now I miss my Flinny so much.
Okay.
At least you know that it wasn't your fault your true love died.
Ariel, you know it wasn't your fault.
I murdered him!
Didn't know you had it in you, sister.
What?
How could you do that?
I didn't know that humans could go that far deep into the ocean. I just wanted to meet my father to prove that not all humans are bad. When we got to my dad, he collapsed, squashing Sebastian, the crab. I just thought he was a bit tired from the trip, so I let him rest for an hour whilst I reconciled with my father. When my father found out about Sebastian's untimely death, he was furious. He disowned me and banished me from the sea. To make matters worse, when I pulled Eric back to shore, I found his oxygen tank was empty, and that he had died of pneumonia due to the sub-zero temperatures at the bottom of the sea. Only the best real estate in the ocean is in sub-zero temperatures.
Go to Trends Underwater Palace now for the best real estate you can find at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Call 050-550-5646 for a free visit and coffee. Thank you for listening.
What about you, Cinderella? You haven't said anything about Charming. What happened to him?
Well, I'd rather not talk about it.
Listen here, Cindy. I came from the enchanted forest just to listen to you girlies whine. So don't waste my time, okay?
Enough. I'll tell you what happened. It was the night of our 3rd anniversary. The night we met. It was amazing. But Charming kept complaining about how cold it was inside the castle. But I could see that he was drenched in sweat. I asked him if he was nervous, and he said no. Just that he had cold shivers, a headache, and was thirsty. I went to go get him some water, but when I returned, he collapsed at my feet. The mice told me that he had sweating sickness, a common cause of death. My evil stepmother probably contaminated the castle water supply to get back at us. but she wasn't convicted at all, guilty. Because no one truly knows what the cause of sweating sickness is. Tragic.
Oh, girls, I can't believe all these terrible things have been happening to us. I thought Disney only had happy endings.
Welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
Bring it in, girls.
Whoa, not for me, thanks.
Ariel, come on, join the group hug.
Guys, there's been an outbreak of Ebola virus. Don't touch each other.
Too late.